What is up, everybody? Welcome to Party on Broad. Today, our NFL draft coverage continues with a live 7-round dueling mock with my man Ryan Reese. Go give him a follow on X at Philly Sports PSA. What's good, Ryan?
Not much, man. Ready to do the full 7 rounds here, and we are a month away from the draft, so why not?
Guys, if you're watching us live, please be sure to like. Please be sure to comment your thoughts on our selections. We've got Antonio in the house. What's going on, Antonio? Thanks for joining. Real quick nod. We have our first promo for our NFL draft watch party. Day 1, day 2, day 3, all live. We'll have NFL draft trivia. That'll probably be Eagles centric as well. So we'll be doing segments, all the analysis, all the spider charts, everything you need to know, grades, instant reaction. We'll be doing that starting at 7 p.m. on day 1, April 25th. So be sure to make a note of that.
Yeah.
All right, Ryan, let's do this thing. I haven't beaten you in probably like 10 times. It's today the day. It's Philly's home opener. It's Good Friday.
A lot of vibes. A lot of good vibes, right?
I hope so. I'm going to go first. We're using PFF's mock draft simulator. 7 rounds. Let's see how we do here. I'm going to do my whole draft, and then Ryan will do his draft. And be sure to stay tuned on our YouTube channel here on the community tab. We'll have Ryan's team versus my team, and you guys vote for who you think has the best Eagles 7-round mock draft. Let's start this thing. Here we go.
You can just start voting for me now. It's okay.
Oops. What's going on here? Why isn't that working? All right.
Oh.
I don't even know what tab that would be. That's so weird. What does that even show? Oh, that's yours.
That's mine, yeah.
Sure. I thought that was mine. All right, here we go. All right, we're back. We're back. All right, the Eagles are on the clock. Pick number 22. Couple trade offers with the Lions and a trade back. Not too shabby.
That's kind of where I like if they're going to trade back. Drop 7 spots. I feel like they could pick up a lot of good capital and still be able to pick a very good starter for years to come.
Yep. Nate Wiggins, Terrion Arnold, Quinyon Mitchell, as expected, are off the board. I agree with that. We have Latu sitting there, a big time edge rusher. But I'm going to sit here for the first time in for a long time. I'm just going to, it's peaches and cream. I'm good. I'm going to sit and take a plug and play all-pro interior offensive lineman for the Eagles for years to come. Give me Jackson Powers Johnson, a guy with center right guard versatility. I think he's a stud, and I think that's a safe pick. Yeah. So for me, the Eagles need to win now. They need guys that can play. They need first-round picks that can play from day 1, and Jackson Powers Johnson is that dude. Yeah. We have Peter in the house. Come on, man.
Yeah. Somewhere David is doing a backflip for you.
Yeah. David is one of our co-hosts on Birds of the Round Table Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock. Are you trading? I'm not. I stayed put. And good morning, Peter. Happy Good Friday. Eagles are back on the clock here. Pick number 53. Let's kind of look at who was selected before this. Lad McConkey, 37. Tyler Guyton to the Commanders. Ooh. A big-time run on cornerbacks. Ennis Rakestraw also to the Commanders. Kamari Lassiter, who is one of my favorite dudes as well, is off the board. Javon Bullard off the board. Mike Sandra still off the board. So that was kind of murder's row. All guys that I really like for the Eagles. But we're sitting here, pick number 50. Sorry, Ryan. It's got to happen. Edgerrin Cooper to the Philadelphia Eagles for pick number 50. We have a Stud linebacker in Midnight Green, man. Everyone's doing backflip. So we addressed interior offensive line with round 1. We addressed linebacker at pick number 50. We have Chad in house. What's up, fellas? Hey, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, buddy. Big 3-0.
Oh, man. Hoping Steelers draft Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid's a good player, man. He's a good player. But the Eagles are on the clock at pick number 53. Where do we go from here? We could go Xavier Legette. I've mocked him in my draft
A billion times.
only a billion times.
Yeah.
Let's see who's also available.
I mean, listen. So far, you have gotten your starting right guard for the next however long. You also have your starting linebacker for the next however long. So far, you've hit 2 home runs, in my opinion.
Yeah. Again, the Eagles are on the clock at 53, but we don't pick until pick number 120 since we traded that pick. That was the Kenny Pickett trade, right?
Yeah, we moved back from 97 to 120. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to address the pass defense. Give me Max Melton here at 53, a guy that really projects well, especially in the slot. That was an Achilles heel for the Eagles all year in 2023. He's a terrific athlete. I do think he has potential to be starting on the outside as well down the road. But Eli Ricks, Keely Ringo, I'm excited for their development, but I think they're outside only guys. I don't want to see Eli Ricks in the slot anymore. Max Melton is going to thrive there. Anthony in the house. What's going on, man? Thanks for joining. Eagles on the clock here at pick 120. Oh, I like this. All right. Well, Cooper Beebe's sitting there, which
it's like I just feel like Cooper Beebe is probably the most right now that's just completely unrealistic.
Yeah. Just off the radar. I don't understand.
I don't get how he's not been adjusted up.
At 120.
Yeah, it's insane.
But I mean, obviously, if this board were fall, I mean, he's the BPA there. I really like Tyke Smith. We're probably going to go that route. Who are the Packers are going to get there with the pick? What pick do the Packers have?
They have 25. 25?
All right.
24.
Anthony, let me know their needs, and I'll go from there. All right. Cole Bishop is nice. Really tested well at the combine. Yeah. Malik Washington is a really fun slot wide receiver to groom. Cedric Gray is sitting there, but we already kind of got our linebacker. I'm going to go Ben Sinnott.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
I'm going to go Ben Sinnott for my tight end. Tested ridiculously well at the combine. 9.72 raw athletic score out of 10. Dude was jumping over people, hurdling players. Yeah. Tight end 2 is huge for the Birds. Yes. And they got a huge one in Ben Sinnott out of Kansas State. Pick 161 here.
There he is.
You know where I'm going.
I know.
Nehemiah Pritchett is really nice. If the Eagles were looking at a corner on the outside, Pritchett is a ridiculously good athlete. Jalen Simpson's nice. He's more of a in the slot kind of safety. Packers need O-line and D-line. Well, I mean, there's a ton of O-line in this draft.
There's a ton.
Yeah, so if you need O-line, it's loaded. This wide receiver and O-line is just absolutely packed and deep with really high level, high quality talent. Yeah, we're gonna go Dylan Laube. He is a very underrated running back in this draft. The elite receiving prospect when it comes to the running back class. Eagles again on the clock. James Williams as a home run swing at safety could be interesting. But I'm going to go Luke McCaffrey. I'm going to get myself a slot wide receiver to develop. Oh, we're back on the clock again. And
like 10. So
Tip Raymond is nice. He tested really well. Yeah. Kamal Haddon, I really like him a lot. Yeah. I think he's also underrated on PFF.
Agreed.
There's Frank Gore Jr. Yeah, we're gonna go Kamal Haddon.
Yeah,
I didn't even add a safety, did I? Let me see who's available. Katan Oladapo is nice.
Proctor's not bad. Simpson's not bad.
No, I'm gonna go with best player available. I want guys that can like be a little bit more of an impact.
Yeah.
Year one, and I think Kamal Haddon can be that guy. Where'd he go?
There he is. You just passed him.
There he is. Kamal Haddon, pick number 172. I like James Williams, but not here. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm just kind of. I guess I'm more or less trying to figure out where he's going to fit. I think he's kind of a tweener, and I always get very scared of the safety linebacker tweeners. And it's either they're amazing or they're just out of the league in 2 years. So I worry about that.
Yep. This one's a no-brainer again. But who are the Eagles going to draft? I think you're going to see interior offensive line, defensive back, and low-key wide receiver, because it's just such a good year at wide receiver at the top this year.
And considering the price tags that some of these wide receivers are getting on the open market, I mean, it makes sense that a lot of teams should be following suit and drafting their wide receivers.
If my Steelers don't get Kool-Aid in the first, they definitely need a center. I like the guy, Zach Frazier. He's a beast, man. I like that. Didn't the Steelers get Joey Porter Jr.?
They did last year, yeah, in the second round.
Kool-Aid and Joey Porter Jr. would be ridiculous.
That'd be kind of a nice combo with Fitzpatrick safety.
Yeah.
So
all right. Last pick of the draft, just skimming at who's available. Jalen Ford is nice. Daquan Hardy is a nice little slot corner there. He's an elite special teamer as well. Yeah, I'm going to go in Jeff Stoutland. I trust. Tanner Bortolini tested extremely well at the combine, elite athlete. Cam Jurgens moving to center. I'm really high on Cam Jurgens, but you can't have enough depth on the O-line, and at this area, why not? Me, Tanner Bortolini.
Yeah, listen, you essentially now have yourself, through getting Jackson Powers, you have your right guard. You also also signed a depth center / guard. You just drafted another center. Like there is enough in place to, just in case if Jurgens doesn't pan out, you have everything set just in case.
We have Antonio say Jalen Ford still there. I like Jalen Ford a lot. He's a nice player, especially his upside in coverage. He's big. He's like 6'3". He's got long arms. Great athlete. That Texas defense last year was ridiculous. How he lost his best friend and assistant financial advisor.
Yeah.
All right.
That is very true. He just left the Eagles. Is basically his right-hand man, his cap specialist. So hopefully that doesn't affect things too much for Howie.
All right. Jackson Powers Johnson, round one. I didn't make any trades, right?
You didn't. Yeah, these are all our original picks.
Weirdly, I think this is the first mock in a long time. No trades. But anyway, Jackson Powers Johnson, starter. Edgerrin Cooper, starter. Max Melton, starter. Ben Sinnott will be, the amount of time the Eagles have tight end 2 on the field,
right.
He'll be playing a significant amount of snaps. Dylan Laube, jury is up because you have Saquon now, who is going to get a ton of snaps given the money he just got. But Laube projects as like a third down back guy that can give you a weapon, run a lot of routes. His route tree is ridiculous. Luke McCaffrey is a terrific slot receiver to grow. Kamal Haddon, I just went for depth. I think he had a passer rating allowed of like 8.7 last year. Just ridiculous. Not enough people know about Kamal Haddon. He does have some injury history there. And then Tanner Bortolini is an elite athletic interior offensive lineman, and I'm just giving him to Jeff Stoutland to grow and develop. on that interior. Any thoughts on that before we get to yours?
I mean, listen, this is absolutely solid. You knocked it out of the park with especially the first half. Obviously, you got impactful players that can impact this team now. Again, Lobby, yeah, it's going to need some time to develop, and yeah, you obviously have Saquon, but still something to develop. Luke McCaffrey, same thing. Somebody who can help on special teams, maybe the return game. Get himself in. There's not a lot of competition there after our top two guys. And Haddon and Bortolini are going to be important depth pieces. So I think you guys did an amazing job.
All right, I got a C+ according to PFF. We'll see, man. We'll see.
Well, we already determined that trying to get an A or an A+ from out of PFF is like pulling teeth.
Anthony says Max Melton will be drafted in the 5th round. I disagree. I think he's a day 2 guy.
Yeah.
Mitch is in the house. What's going on, man? We have Charles. Happy Good Friday, Charles. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, Charles.
Love that.
All right, Ryan, you are on the clock, bro.
All right, let's do this now. If only I could find the tab that I have this on. I only have like 72 tabs open. All right. Yeah, let me go here. Right. So we have the same thing. Everything's set up the same. We'll start. Sorry. Go
ahead. Anthony says Cooper will be gone in the 2nd round. I agree. I fully agree. Yeah. But we're playing by PFF's rules.
All right. So Cooper DeJean just went right before me. Wiggins, Arnold, Latu, Banu, Verse. Yeah, all the guys I would love to have on this squad. Listen, I think if all things were even, I'd probably take Jackson Powers Johnson. But let me see what I got in a trade here. Oh God, I love how sometimes you get a trade and it's like, oh, trade a few picks back or trade like 8 rounds later. I'm gonna trade with the Cowboys. I'm gonna try and get that 56 pick.
Oh, that'd be sexy.
Maybe I can give up. No,
they don't.
Man, they are not budging at all. I guess it's only 2 picks, so.
I mean, that's not bad.
Well, maybe I'll steal a 5th round out of them too. That's why not, right? F the Cowboys.
I love it. All right, slight trade back.
Let them take, Mims, Guyton, 2 guys that were never going to be on my radar.
That worked out really well.
That did work out really well. See, now why did the Niners come in? See, I would have traded with the Niners first and foremost, but
another trade back?
Nah, I can't do it. I can't do it. Listen, so just to be different, just for the record, I would absolutely take Jackson Powers Johnson. I think the importance of right guard is humongous, and if you can go ahead and get yourself a guy and continue the dominance that is the offensive line, you absolutely do it. That being said, I don't want anything to do with the tackle. And Graham Barton is not a tackle. But I will stay here. I will not trade back. I will going to go with another humongously important need, and that's safety. And listen, this might be a little early for Tyler Nubin. I don't really care. I think it's, given the need, it's so important this way. You can have Chauncey Gardner-Johnson kind of do his own thing, whether it be slot or safety, or you just throw him out there. This way you can have Newman, you can have Reed Blankenship be your safeties and let CJ just do his thing. So I'm going to take Tyler Nubin.
I love it. Tyler Nubin's just
he's just
great athlete.
Absolutely. And again, I'm going to try and be as different as I can from yours, as much as, well, let's see. Looks like Rakestraw, Wilson. If Wilson would have fell, I would have taken him in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Lassiter, Sandersell, Chop, Frazier. Jeez. Am I missing something? Oh my God. Well, how is Cooper this low rated?
I don't understand it.
I don't either. Listen, as much as I would normally jump at the chance, break my ankles, and crawl up to the stage to draft Edgerrin Cooper in this situation.
So I got your two guys essentially.
Yeah, basically, you stole my two guys. I'm not gonna lie. And listen, just for the sake of trying to be a little different, I'm gonna take some other needs because listen, there's plenty of guys that I love in the second round here. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start with Jatavian Sanders. The
Nice.
importance of tight end 2 is humongous. I think you got a steal in the 4th round with Ben Sinnott. I think this is another guy that can come in and really have that impactful 1-2 punch, kind of like the early years of Dallas Goedert and Zach Ertz. So I'm going to take Jatavian Sanders. Let's see. I was hoping Worthy would have made it, and Coleman actually. I would have taken either one of them. Let's see. So again, we're going to keep it a little different. I'm going to stay on the offensive side of the ball. I'm going to get our wide receiver 3. I'm going to take Xavier Legette. Considering I don't have a trade back because I feel like 53 would be a really nice trade back. Maybe trade back like 10 spots. Still could get a guy. Maybe pick up a 3rd or a 4th. But we're going to get Xavier Legette.
Man, JT and Legette to the Birds. I like it.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I got 87. Boom. Uh-oh.
No. Don't do it.
I'm going to do it. Listen, I would like to state for the record that as much as anybody who has seen my face on these shows talking about Jeremiah Trotter, he is not my he's not my top 2 linebackers. And I think for what the Eagles have, I don't necessarily know if I necessarily like the fit, but you need to get players, to be perfectly honest. And again, the storyline just writes itself. And you need a linebacker. Yes, he's a little small. Yes, so is Nakobe Dean. Yes, nobody can cover. Whatever. I'm not worried about it. I'll give this to Vic Fangio. Let him do what he needs to do. So I'm taking Trot. I'm sorry, I gotta do it.
And I'm officially worried.
Yeah, you should be. You should be. I thought you were. The route I was taking, I was like, he's pretty much gonna have this one.
Can I get some comments real quick?
Yeah, of course.
We have Danny in the house. What's going on, man? My man Danny Savage here. Be careful because he's opinionated for sure.
Oh yes. Anybody with draft guru.
Since you're late, I'll show you my draft. I went first. I'll put our final drafts at the end of the show. JJ to the Eagles. McCarthy? What?
Mitch, JJ to the Eagles.
No. Danny says, as long as the Eagles don't take a center or in the first 3 rounds, I'm okay. Danny likes Theo Johnson. A 10 out of 10 RES score for Theo Johnson. Has been really climbing the board.
Danny doesn't like Jackson Powers Johnson? Even though he's my right guard, even though he is a center?
Yeah. He showed at the Senior Bowl he can do both.
Yeah.
No centers or OT first 3 rounds. I'm there with you on the tackle. Luffy says Edgerrin Cooper was gone at 51. Ryan went a different route since I took Cooper on mine. He went a different route on his, but he stated he would have drafted Cooper.
Yes. Yeah. No, I'll stay for the record. I would have drafted Powers Johnson and Cooper.
Anthony,
I don't know. Listen, you might be right, and I think Danny said something about having Trot not in your top 5. Listen, I get that. You take the name out of it. I still have him as my number 3. I still think he's better than the Cedric Gray, whomever you want to kind of put there in your top 5. But I just think his size certainly a deterrent. And considering we don't have the biggest linebackers either, it's probably not going to be the greatest fit. But you got to trust the coaches to do what they got to do, right?
Danny says, I like him, but he's dropping like a lead balloon since the combine. And he's not a good fit with Nakobe for sure. Depending on who you're high on. I mean, does Nakobe Dean's health make you like just set him aside and draft
Yeah.
at linebacker?
Yeah, listen, you kind of almost have to, and that's kind of what I've said before is when it comes to the safety position and it comes to the linebacker position, you take Reed Blankenship out of it, you take Nakobe Dean out of it, and you draft like you don't have either of them, and that's how you need to attack the position.
Plus,
Unless
we think like
they have a good start, they have a good start with CJ, but again,
he's a slot.
Yeah, I like him more as a slot guy, honestly. So let's go ahead and get some, let's get a safety. Let's get a linebacker. Let's do it.
Yeah, Nakobe Dean at this point, you just have to call it as it is. He's just not reliable at this point. Anthony says Trotter will be a Cowboy. That would be All right, finish this off.
All right. Listen, so I'm gonna do what you didn't. And mostly because I didn't have Jackson Powers. I'm going to take Cooper Beebe, even though, again, for the record, this is the most improbable selection. But I'm also trying to win this damn thing. So I'll draft him at 120, no problems. If he was there at 87, I would have jumped at the chance in real life in this crazy mock of mine. Ooh, Zach Zinter would have been a nice pull at 160.
Zinter? Oh.
Yeah, that would have been real nice. There's a couple of routes I could go. So I already got myself a tight end, a wide receiver. I got myself a safety. I got myself a linebacker. And I got myself a right guard. So I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good. Considering that I have 3 picks in the next like 11, I'm gonna take a chance that one of my guys is gonna be there. So I'm gonna take Nehemiah Pritchett, corner, to add to that cornerback room. Because listen, I think there's a lot of guys that are kind of in the same boat as far as that, like just there, and one of them has to take that next slight step into getting themselves into some serious playing time.
Yep.
All right, so my guy did make it. I'm gonna take. I know it's crazy. Tight end 3. Don't care. Now we're gonna have the best tight end room in the league with JT Sanders and now Jaheim Bell adding to Dallas Goedert. Yes, I mean, listen. After what we've dealt with the last couple of years with what we've had, I am more than happy to upgrade both.
Bell was more of a gadget guy anyway. Like, he can be anywhere.
Yeah, and that's perfect for tight end 3. Personally, you just kind of use them however you can use them, and hope you can develop the other missing skill sets. All right, so I have a guy that I'm gonna try to target with the 210 pick, but honestly, I'm gonna go for more depth on the offensive line, kind of like what you were doing with Bortolini, which I really do like him out of Wisconsin. I'm going to take another Big Ten guy, and I'm going to take Drake Nugent out of Michigan. I'm sure Mitch somewhere is doing a backflip that I drafted a Michigan guy. Listen, offensive line depth is insanely important. Let's see. Man, how many corners does Penn State have? You Johnny Nixon, Daquan Hardy, anybody but Kalen King. All right. All right, I'm gonna do something. Oh, okay. This is insane. I don't know why Trevin Wallace is here at
I'm kind of mad that I didn't see him either.
at 210. My God, that's again another egregious PFF error in rankings. I was honestly going to take Carter Bradley. I was going to add to the quarterback room. Why not? Because I mean, 210. It's like, well, take a shot in the dark. But yeah, Trevin Wallace, easy selection. Add the depth because I mean, honestly, who besides Dean and White do we really have? I mean, not much. So you need to add at least some pieces. And I think Trevin Wallace is more than just a piece. I think he's a guy that is going to force his way into the onto the field. So
excellent run defender. Eagles need to add some run defenders.
They sure do. All right. Well, listen, like I said, I kind of went a different route. I don't want to be as tied to the same players as you. So I tried to. In fact, I don't think we drafted a single similar person, did we?
No, for the first time ever.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Well. There you go. So listen, we ended up getting starting safety, tight end 2, which is going to play quite a bit in 12 personnel. You got your wide receiver 3 and Xavier Legette, who's just honestly going to be a beast. Listen, you got the fan favorite Trot Jr., whether you like him or not, whether you hate him because of his name. I feel like a lot of people are giving extra hate to him. Listen, the story would be great, but I look at him and I'm not saying he's perfect. He's a college kid. None of these guys are perfect, but I think he has the skill set to come in and be an impactful player. And considering the direct that we have at linebacker right now, you have to continue to add to it. Cooper Beebe in the 4th round is a ridiculous steal. Might be the biggest steal in NFL draft history. He's going to come in and be your starting right guard in the 4th round. Pritchett is going to come and give you some nice depth and hopefully push one of these guys in the cornerback room to these young kids to step up. Bell comes in easy, tight end 3, and your tight end room is infinitely better than last year. Drake Nugent comes in, gives you more depth on that line, and Trevin Wallace, again, another steal, in my opinion, who can come in and will probably fight Trot and Dean for playing time, honestly.
Some big names on that list, man. That's a pretty great draft. I love it. Let's get some comments here. Peter asks, "Is there a running back you like in the late rounds?" I can name 3 that I think will be there on day 3. Dylan Laube, who I picked in my draft, elite receiving running back prospect. The other guy is Marshawn Lloyd. If he falls, a bigger running back and ran ridiculously well at the combine. And then Ray Rice, an older guy, but also another bigger back, kind of that like chain mover. Like
who?
Kind of Ray Rice? No.
Ray Rice.
No, who's the Kentucky?
That's what I thought you said. I was like, wait a minute.
Who am I thinking of?
Oh, kid from Kentucky?
Yeah, the Kentucky guy.
Now
Ray Davis. Oh my God.
Davis. That's what I was like. Now I'm blanking on it.
My bad. I don't know why I said Rice. Trotter, a cowboy means vomit.
Exactly,
Steal the draft will be Zach Zinter. I agree.
Yeah, that would have been an easy selection for me. Had I not already taken BB.
Luke McCaffrey will not be drafted.
Disagree. Somebody will grab him.
Danny says, "I put out my top 10 offensive tackle rankings like 2 days ago." I gotta check that out, Danny. Gotta check it out.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, Dallas needs offensive line, no doubt.
Yeah.
Johnny Wilson as a potential tight end, put 25 pounds on. I could see it. I mean, his biggest issue, he can't create separation.
Yeah.
But he's a big guy. He's huge. Trevor Keegan, left guard of Michigan, day 3 steal. All these mocks are sleeping on Trevin Wallace. I fully agree with that. Anthony says, "Ryan, you got to redo the draft picks. If you were the GM, you would be fired."
What are you talking about? I highly disagree, Anthony. I thought I did a great job.
Cooper Beebe is a steal in round 4. I don't think he's going to be there in
No,
round 4.
no, I don't think he'll be there if I had a pick at 87.
And Tony says, I like
Yeah.
Lugo. Is that Isaac Guerrero? I think his name
Garendo. Yeah.
Yeah, he's fast.
Yeah, you see rising up real quick.
Huge on Aaron Casey, another run defender. Love him out of Indiana. Agreed.
Yes, Danny has been talking to me about him for some time now, and he's right. I definitely was sleeping on him. He's definitely moved up my rankings for sure.
First round pick, I went with Jackson Powers Johnson at 22, and Ryan went with a trade back for Tyler Nubin.
Yeah. So basically, I got Trotter and Nubin for Jackson Powers Johnson because that's what I would have done.
It's not bad.
Yeah, that's not terrible.
All right. Zach Sinter is a great run blocker. He's legit. Beebe's going second round. I am with you, Cameron.
I'll be right there hoping we take him if we don't already have somebody in that position.
We have Unsportsmanlike Conduct Podcast. Is the Homer Network added again? Please. Is there an objective voice anywhere on this network? Thrash is not. He is not James Thrash's son.
No. Yes, we did do that one. Once I found out, we were like, I have to look this up.
Yeah, we were doing our wide receiver rankings from several months ago, and he is not.
No,
Dan says he's doing interior O-line. O-line is so good this year, man. Graham Barton is another good one. Zach Frazier is a great one. It's loaded, man.
Yeah,
it's a loaded group.
Yeah, I like it.
Sneaky good safety class too. I love Javon Bullard to the Birds. I'd love to see him. I think he can do a lot of different things. How do they give
I know, right? That's the best part about the whole thing. That was like tied for my worst grade.
Yeah.
And I would have done that in a million years every day.
Cameron said, I don't see JPJ falling to Philly realistically. I agree. I think he's probably going like mid first round. And that's where I have him graded too.
Listen, I agree talent-wise. And I agree that there are teams that need that position. I just feel like teams don't spend high draft capital on interior offensive line for the most part. So I think because of that, I think there are going to be some teams that shy away from that. And that does give you the opportunity to have him potentially fall to the Eagles at 22.
Yep. I see Graham Barton not getting out of the teens. Barton is legit, man.
I could see him doing that or falling out of round 1.
Yeah, you can put him anywhere, and he's going to thrive. James Thrash is trash. Jesus.
Oh, wow.
All right. So those are our mocks, guys. Be on the lookout. We will be throwing them on the YouTube channel to be voted on. My team versus Ryan's team. Let us know who you think has the best 7-round Eagles mock draft. One last time, plugs. Our watch party will start at 7 p.m. on April 25th. We'll be covering day 1, day 2, day 3 with NFL draft trivia, grades, spider charts, scouting reports, graphics, you name it, man. We got it all. Yeah. We're going to have a lot of fun with this. So be on the lookout for that. Ryan, final thoughts, plugs before we wrap it up?
Yeah. Listen, I'll always do a mock draft with you. So anytime, it doesn't matter, day or night, I'm in. I appreciate it, buddy. That's listen to him. He's smart.
He's smart. Danny knows what he's talking about. Danny,
he definitely does, but you also need to subscribe.
He's the best commenter as well. Like, he brings legit takes and legit analysis on a lot of these videos I make for the NFL draft. So, Danny, we got to get you on the show, man.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. No, that would be good. Happy Easter, everybody. But listen, good Friday, everybody. Good opening day for the Phils. You can check me on the network Monday at 6 o'clock, Football Smack Talk Show, 9 o'clock Party on Broad on Monday, Tuesday, 8 o'clock, Birds of the Round Table. And then, usually I'll pop in places. So,
no.
Yes, I am. And listen,
For the record, I just want everyone to know we've been doing this. I think we're on like number 8 or number 9 or something. I think I beat you. I think I beat you the first one, and then you just completely blown me out of the water every single one since.
Yeah, listen, and it's not going to stop. Antonio is right. I am going to be winning this one again. But yes, so yes, please make sure that you're following this guy. If you want draft coverage, please make sure you subscribe to the network. We have 1,000,001 videos about not only every major prospect that you could ever think about, probably over 200 easily at this point. We got top 10s for every position. We got top 10s from different, the playoff schools. We you name it, there's a video about it. So please do yourself a favor, dive into the draft. We only got a month left. Join us, have fun with us, and of course, obviously, watch the draft with us, the watch party. There's not going to be a better place. So
it'll be me, Ryan, Shane, at least for day 1 and day 2, and then we'll have like hosts, and we'll have a host, and then we'll kind of be in the background, like kind of like talking about things.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of things going, like draft trivia, and we'll probably do giveaways and things like that. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, it's going to be so much fun.
Danny, message me on Twitter or something. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I'm already getting ready for 2025. I'm not. I was literally thinking this morning. I woke up. I was like, now would be a really good time to drop like a top 10 for 2025. Just like kind of.
Screw it. Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? For the NFL draft, of course. Nobody drafted D-line. Nobody.
You're absolutely right. I don't listen. I don't think either of us is opposed to it. I just don't think the draft board kind of fell that way for us.
Yeah.
Fortunately, and the drop off at edge is real, guys. It's real.
Yeah. There's a lot of mocks with Braylon Trice dropping that day 2 range, and I'd think about it. Peter says, great show. Charles, happy Good Friday, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Happy Easter, everybody.
Thank you so much, Antonio. Happy opening day. Tons of Phillies coverage starting soon. We'll have post game right after the final pitch. So be on the lookout for Phillies post game and all the shorts and highlight reels and things like that for the Phillies starting today. Man, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. One last time, here's Ryan Reese at Philly Sports PSA. I am Deibs, Mr. Crockpot. We'll see you on the next one. Party on Broad is Monday nights at 9. I'm not sure what we're doing, but we're always talking Eagles. We're always talking NFL draft. We're always talking Sixers.
Yeah.
So we'll see you on Monday night. Again, Phillies post game in just a few hours, or a little more than a few hours. But we'll see you on the next one. For Ryan, for myself, stay awesome, everyone.